your current development framework, your team doesn't have a lot of guidance for making sure that your product meets all the requirements it needs to. Instead of struggling to satisfy your customer, why not explore how you can change the framework you use to improve your team's process? The product development is planned very carefully, so it follows that the release of that product should also be planned for. Release planning should be started at the beginning of a project, but also updated as the project progresses. That way, your team will know what you are working towards and when you might get there. Release planning allows the stakeholders the opportunity to get a look at what features they're going to receive and when each release date is. In Scrum projects, requirements can change frequently, so keeping the stakeholders updated is important. Think back to the example we discussed earlier. Your team didn't have a lot of contact with your customers, and that led to issues and delays later, as well as a lot of wasted effort and time. You weren't able to account for things changing in the strict release schedule you were working from, so your team struggled to be able to keep up and became overworked and frustrated. Instead of tying yourselves into a rigid release plan, think of release planning as a rough draft. You're committing to when you'll release features, but not necessarily which features or how many. Your stakeholders have the reassurance that they will receive a finished part of the product, and your team has the flexibility to adapt to changing requirements without falling behind on an unrealistic schedule. A standard sign-off system supports the production of value.